Well, hello everyone. It's Carrie back. Family eBiz. Don't you wish you were at the beach and you're still making money? Well, actually, today we're going to talk about email marketing and how you can set things up ahead of time so that you actually can go to the beach. Last October, I went to spend 10 days with my son Hunter in Hawaii, and I actually did have a lot of things all set up so that we could go and have fun, and I wasn't working all the time. I actually was taking it easy. I was doing a few little work projects, but it was more mindset. It was more getting some things out of my head that I really needed to deal with. And so that was cool that I could be at the beach and still make money. What I want to do today is talk about best practices for email marketing. If you are here today or you're watching the replay, would you just let me know what niche you're in and if you have an email list or not? All right, you don't have to tell me anything about it, but just tell me if you have marketing. And we're going to dive right into this. First of all, it is, let me just see if I've got this on. I've been trying to keep track on my phone. There we go. And we've got this time down. Okay, best practice number one is build relationships. Now, your email list is not to just sell, sell, sell. If all your emails are all about selling, people are going to unsubscribe. They don't want to see that. You need to build a relationship so when they see the email is from you, they're like, I got to open that up. I actually was surprised, but I have some mastermind members and we were talking and they're like, I get so many emails. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I send a lot of emails. They go, no, no, Carrie. I open every one of yours, but some of the other people I don't. And I was like, oh, why are they opening those? Because I have built a relationship with them. What do we want to do to build a relationship with them? First, I'm going to say know, like, and trust. We want them to know you. You need to get personal with them. Let them know what's going on. When I was in Hawaii that fall, last fall with Hunter, you better believe I pulled my phone out and I did some live videos for my list so they could see where I was. I do live videos in my homeschool group when I'm with my grandkids. I forgot to do that this past weekend. But when we're doing an activity, I'll get on there. I will get on, and when I'm sending email out, I want them to know who I am. I will start most all emails with something personal about me. If you are just starting my email list, if you just join my email list, almost always email number two is let's have coffee together. Now, obviously, we can't actually go out and have coffee together, but we can have a virtual coffee and I tell them about myself and about my family. And I say, hey, hit reply. Let me know about your family. Do you have anything you want me to pray about? Because I'm a person of faith, and that sort of comes through with my introduction. And I get a lot of emails, replies just from that particular email because it builds a way to know them. So it's building relationship. Know next is like. They're going to relate to you, and when they relate to you, they will keep opening your emails. Some will connect with you, some won't. That is okay. And that's a hard thing. It took me a while to realize when they unsubscribe, it just means we don't have the right connection. I want the best people on my list that have a connection. If you, I'll go back to my homeschool one. If you are a secular homeschooler and you get my emails, you may want to get off because I am going to talk about my faith, not in every email, but at least once a month, something is going to come through. I also give a lot of great content on how to homeschool, ideas on homeschooling, that kind of thing as well. So it's okay for people to unsubscribe. You want your list to know you and like you because when you can relate to them, that is a good thing. That means you are talking about their problem and you're giving them a solution. They're going to like that. Know, like, and then trust. You need to get to the point that they trust you and then they're going to want to buy something from you. That's what it's all about. If people don't know you, they're not going to buy from you. If people don't like you, they're not going to buy from you. And if they don't trust you, they certainly aren't going to buy from you. So you want to build that relationship. And there's a real balance in there, which leads us to best practice number two. And if anyone's here, I did say at the beginning, if you want to leave a comment telling us what niche you're in, and if you have an email list, that would be great. So, number one, build relationships. Number two, give them a reason to read your email. You need to give great value, and that can be in different ways. Let's talk about the free value, all right? Because we don't want to always just give everything free, because you've got to make money. You're a business. But there are some free things. So each week I try to come here in Family eBiz and my homeschool group. That's why I was a few minutes late. To give good content every week, and then to send this video out tomorrow or the next day after that. So you can send and give good content. The other thing you could do is when you have a new blog post or even an old blog post, send an email and let them know and show them, tell them, hey, here's your problem and here's an answer to it. You don't have to be that blunt, but that's what you're doing. Or podcasts or videos, any kind of content that will help solve their problems. And then ebooks might be something else. I'd give out printables and ebooks a lot of times too for free. And that way I can also build my email list. Now, you might also want to have paid, because as you give value, you can give value for free. They get to know you, like you, and trust you. You still need to give them resources that would solve their problem. And so if you will solve their problem and it can be a paid resource, they're going to buy it because it's something that they need. Now, I would encourage you to probably start with lower price items. It depends on your niche what lower price is. Some online marketing, $20 or $30 would be low compared to a $2,000 product. But in homeschool market, I usually shoot for around $7 to $10 for something to get started with. And so I will do that. So paid products could be some ebooks, printables, or maybe a course that you've come up with. A course can be short, 5-part course, real short, and you could sell it for $25, but maybe you run a flash sale for $7 or $10. That would be another way. The biggest thing when you are giving them a reason to read your email is you are solving their problem. The value you give, you know your market, and you are giving them something of value that solves their problem. So number one, we want to build relationships. Number two, we want to give them a reason to read your email. Number three are some strategies that you could use. Here are some best practice strategies that I would encourage you. The number one thing, well, I'll tell you what, if you're here on the replay or not, what do you think the number one thing is that gets your people to open your email? Just take a wild guess and put it in there, because I know there's some people on here. See if anyone's brave enough to write that. What is the number one thing that people use to open email? Anyone want to gather a guess on the replay or on the live? The number one thing is who it's from. Because I'm going to tell you, even if I don't like the subject line, if it's from someone that I want to pay attention to, I'm going to open it. Number one. Number two, what do you think the number two thing is? Leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you have to say. What is the number two thing that gets your people to open your email? Anyone want to be brave enough to guess? Number two thing is your subject line. And that's why you need to use good subject lines. I have shared in the past I don't have them right here, but I like curiosity subject lines. Is this for you? Did you miss this? I picked these just for you. So do something, and they're sort of like I sent one to my affiliates yesterday. Big announcement. They're like, oh, what's the big announcement? Subject line. Now, another strategy is to resend your email when they don't open it. So when I send an email out today, I can't remember what I'm doing, but let's just say I'm doing a promotion or something. I send an email out tomorrow with the video for you to watch the video of what we talked about on email marketing. Then on Wednesday, if anyone didn't open it, I will resend it with a twist. I will resend it with a new subject line. The person who it's from is the same, but they didn't open that subject line for one reason or another, so you need to create another subject line. So that's another thing. And then lastly, if you are doing a big promotion where you are sending a lot of emails in a short period of time, I would always have an opt out. Meaning, well, I'll just give you an example. Y'all will be getting an email from me that starting on Tuesday for 3 days, we have a flash sale on Create, Launch, and Convert. If you missed that back in February, then now's your chance to get it for 3 days. But at the bottom of each email, I'll say, you're not interested in Create, Launch, Convert, or my bonus package? My bonus package is $97. If you're not interested, click here and we won't send you any more information. And then I set it up so that they do not get any more emails about that launch. When I was doing something for Richie with Homeschool Moms Summer Summit, at the bottom of the emails, not interested in the Summer Summit, click here and we'll skip you when we send our emails. Now, those are for solo emails. If I send something out that has my Monday video and the topic, and in the PS I say, you want to go to Richie's Summit? Click here or whatever. That will allow, I will still use those in PSs whether they've opted out or not. I'm talking about, you know what it's like. You're sending emails that are dedicated emails about that one thing. So, best practices, and if you have any questions, leave a comment. We can talk about it. Best practices for email marketing, or at least 3 of them. There are lots of them. Number 1, build relationships. Get them to pursue knowing, liking, and trusting you. Number 2, give them a reason to read your email. Give value and solve their problem with free content and paid. Value and solve their problem. And then the third one is use good email strategies. Make sure they know who it's from, and the subject line is one that will encourage opening. Resend to your unopens, and give an opt-out in heavy promotions especially. Now, if you have any comments, whether you're watching the replay or the live, I am more than happy to talk to you about this. I will tell you that tomorrow there is a free class on TikTok, and I've already sent an email about it. I think I posted something here. I will leave a comment in a second. TikTok is taking the online world by storm, and I've had several people tell me that when they've used TikTok, their Instagram just skyrockets. I will be on this class because all I have is a TikTok account. I have no idea. Well, a little bit. I still don't really know that much, but I'm learning. I want to learn, and I want to speed up my learning, so I'm going to do this class, and you can do it too. I will tell you, yes, it's connected to the flash sale, and so when I put the link there, it will be an affiliate link. But watch my email tomorrow. If you have not gotten Create, Launch, and Convert, I highly recommend it. I have a product in there, 6 that anyone can follow, and there are all sorts of very helpful online business helps. If you're in some of those other bundles, aren't necessarily just online business, but this is all about creating content, launching content, and converting your people to buy. Just what we're talking about, email marketing practices, know, like, and trust. So that will be that. I will leave you a link here as well. Thanks so much for spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck, Family eBiz, straight from the beach.